going to be showing you the lunge rock in all angles and the Frogger and adductor rocks. These hip mobility variations are great for dynamic movement in your hips and great for opening up all the different parts of your hip, including the internal and external rotators as well as the adductors and abductors. They help with people who have any sort of hip tightness, hip weakness, any sort of instability, and are great to do before a workout, in between workouts, and great to just do as a mobility routine. First, I want to make sure that you have great support for your knee, so whether that be rolling up a towel, grab a pillow, you're on a yoga mat, or some sort of soft surface to support your knee. We're going to start with the lunge rock in all angles. A few cues you want to keep in mind. You want to make sure that your hips are tucked under so that you're not arching in your low back. And you want to make sure when you do move forward, you're moving through your hips and your torso is not leaning forward, because those things will put too much pressure in your low back and cause issues, and you won't be actually performing it correctly to target the hip flexor. That's the front area where the psoas muscle is. We want to open this area up. You will open up a little bit on the rocking side, but it's really so you open up the contralateral side. First, you're going to rock forward straight, keeping that hip tucked under, arms by your side. This is the first progression. Next, you're going to go at an angle of 45 degrees. Make sure that toe points in the angle that you want, and you're going to go forward here, and then about 90 degrees to the side. And you'll do a set of those. If you want to make it harder, you can go at a little bit of a faster pace. And then what you can do is now add your arms to get more of a stretch into that upper back. And you're moving your torso with the rock. Again, tucking the hips under, keeping that low back neutral, and making sure that you are not leaning your torso too much forward. You're keeping that upright motion. And the back toes can be tucked under, or they can be laying flat, whatever is comfortable for you. Again, 1, 2, 3, and you don't have to go crazy deep into the stretch to see the benefits of opening up your hip. I'm going to show you on the other side. So 1, 2, 3. Again, arms can be here by your sides, or you can make it more difficult and add more of a stretch, tucking those hips under, keeping that neutral spine, and opening up with your arms to get a full stretch into the psoas and the hip flexor area. And you do have to brace your core with this. It is a stability and control movement as well, so make sure you're bracing in your belly and you're moving with purpose and you're not letting everything loose and goosey. Next, I'm going to show you the adductor rock. Again, you will need a towel for your knee support. You are going to put that knee on the ground. This leg is going to go straight out, making sure that foot is on the ground. It's not coming off, it's not this way, the leg is straight. If you have knee issues, you might want to do a modification and bend this knee, and I'll show you that next. So first I'm going to show you with your legs straight. You're going to place your hands in front of you. You're going to keep that torso neutral, your back, your spine neutral, so you're not rounding, you're not arching, you're in an easy, nice, neutral position. And what you're going to do is keep that toe pointing straight, and you're going to sit your butt to your heels and rock back and forth. If you feel like your flexibility and your mobility is not there yet, then you can stop halfway, because we do not want to lose that neutral spine. So you're going to rock back and forth. And where you're going to feel is that opening up of the adductor muscle, the groin underneath here. So back and forth. And I'm going to show you from the other angle. Arms in front, legs straight, rock back and forth. And you can see I'm keeping a neutral spine. And I'm not rounding at my low back. Every part of my body is working and is braced, and I'm keeping a controlled movement. Now the last part of this is the Frogger rocks. First I'm going to show you the modification. Again, always have support for your knees. Modification is you go at a narrower stance. You do not need to go so wide. Narrower because your hips may be too tight. Again, arms in front, toes tucked under, and it's almost like you're in the beginning of a child's pose, but you're not all the way down, and you rock heels to butt. And it's just going to help get some blood flow into your hips here. To make it harder, you're going to go at a wider stance, toes underneath, pointing together, and you rock heels to butt. And you'll really feel that like double adductor stretch on both sides. Rock back and forth. And